Okay, so this is our flipped lesson for November 8th. And what we're looking at today is with our geometry unit, we're going to look at solids, okay? And specifically, we're just going to look at identifying prisms and pyramids. I'm going to explain the difference between the two, and when, as well as discuss some characteristics of each, okay? So whenever you think of a pyramid, always think of the pyramids that you would see in Egypt, okay? And you would always, when you see those pyramids, you would think of triangles, okay? Whenever you have a shape where there's triangles for the sides here, that would be a pyramid. Prisms, on the other hand, prisms, on the other hand, have squares or rectangles for their sides, okay? So pyramids always come to a point. Prisms always have squares or rectangles for their sides. Now, if you look at here we have a combination. We have a triangle as well as a square. So which one would it go under? Would it be a prism or would it be a pyramid? Well, what you have to ask yourself is, do these triangles come to a point, one solid point? And they do not. They have rectangles or squares for faces. So this is actually a prism. That would go here. We have this shape here, same idea. This is a pentagonal shape. It's a pentagon because that's the base here, and we'll learn that in a minute. And the sides are all rectangles in this case. Well, that's another prism. So I'd go on this side. Come to this shape here. Well, I notice the sides are all triangles, and they all come to a point. So here's an example of a pyramid. So here's a square-based pyramid and a triangular-based pyramid. Look at this shape here. Pentagon is on the bottom. This is a pentagonal based pyramid. It's a pyramid because the sides are all triangles and it comes to a point. So you can kind of see how we're sorting them. Then we have this last one here. There's no triangles whatsoever. It's a cube. This would be called a cube. And this has all rectangles or squares in this case for the faces, and that would be a prism. Okay. So I'm just going to look at a couple features of these shapes. So here again is a pyramid, and on the bottom we have a prism. Okay, now specifically this is a pentagonal pyramid. There's a pentagon on the bottom, and specifically here this is a pentagonal prism. There's a pentagon on the bottom and the sides are all rectangles. So these all solids have certain features, and the first one is it has a face. They all have faces, and a face is any shape that makes up the solid. So here, this has a few faces. This has 5 triangles, 5 going around, and 1 pentagon. So that's what a face is this triangle. And here's another triangle, and so on. Well, this has a face as well, right here. Okay, so this face here is rectangles, and we have pentagons on the top. Another feature is a vertex. Okay, I'm doing a video. Leave.
Okay, bye.
All right. So that was my son. So another feature is a vertex. Okay, and a vertex is any 2 lines that come to a point. So this is a vertex. This pyramid has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertexes. There's 6 points where lines come to an edge. This has several vertexes as well. Do this one right here. Here's a vertex right here. This one has a few of them. This has 5 on top, 5 on the bottom. So this is a total of 10 vertex. The next feature is the base. Very simply, what is the shape sitting on? So in this case, the base is right here. It's sitting on, this is called the base. It's also a face, but the technical name is the base because that's what it's sitting on. And this here as well is the base. So it's the bottom, right? Kind of makes sense there. And lastly, we have, we have an edge. And an edge is any line that makes up a solid. Put another edge here. Okay. So all of these solids have a several edges. There's quite a few. So this one here itself, this has 5 edges on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 going around. This is a total of 10. Okay, this has 5, 5, and 5, which is 15. 5 that make this pentagon, 5 edges that make this pentagon, and then the 5 lines, these vertical lines going around, is a total of 15. So this is how we identify. So for tomorrow's work, you're just going to basically be sorting prisms and pyramids. We have manipulatives. I have some solids in the class that we'll mess around with and play around with. And you need to know what a vertex is, an edge, a face, as well as a base. Okay? That's our work. So take time, review this, and have a great night.